Hello and welcome to the first one in a new series of videos that I'm calling... A lot of us are in lockdown and at a loose end in one way or another. In quiet moments over the last few weeks I've been finding that I've been reaching for a skill that I've been practicing on and off for about the last 5 years or so. I find it's a skill that's very relaxing and enjoyable. It engages your brain and your hands, and it can be really useful around the house in lots of different ways. I'm making these videos because I thought perhaps friends watching this might enjoy having a go at this skill and practicing it themselves. It's something to do to while away the hours. The skill is knot tying. Now then, before all this started, I went to sea a few times. Over the last few years I've been lucky enough to go on a few different sorts of sailing vessels, learn from some amazing sailors, and even do a few of the most humble seamanship and navigation qualifications that there are out there. And when you're at sea you work on a watch-based system, so you work for 8 hours and then you're off watch for 8 hours and you can do what you like, sleeping, eating, entertaining yourself, doing whatever. It's free time and there's not a lot of things to do when you're out in the middle of the ocean away from everywhere, so most of the time what you do is you practice the essential skills of seafaring, the main one of which is the tying of lots of different types of knots for different jobs. Now then, I'm not some kind of vastly experienced mariner or even an expert knot tyer, but I really enjoy doing it. I find it very enjoyable, so I'm making these videos to share that skill and the fun that I have doing it with everybody who's watching. So the first knot we're going to tie today is going to be called the Figure-of-8 Stopper. It's the very, very first knot I was ever taught when I went on board of a sailing ship. The purpose of a stopper, any kind of stopper knot, we're going to learn a couple of different ones, is to stop the end of a loose end of a piece of rope that's running through a small aperture. So if I make a ring with my finger like that, if this rope's running through, there's a loose end coming up and it's going to go straight through that hole. We don't want that to happen, okay? We want the rope to stay this side of the hole. So you could just tie a granny knot like everybody knows how to tie, you know, one of those, and that works fine. But if this rope is put under a lot of strain, that granny knot will eventually seize up and become so tight that it'd be really, really hard to get untied. The beauty of the Figure-of-8 stopper is no matter how much strain you put on the rope, it'll never seize up and become difficult to untie, and that's why we use it on ropes that are going to have a lot of strain put on them. Okay, so here's how we tie it. So for all these videos I'm just going to film them from my point of view, so that when you're looking down at your own hands, hopefully it should look the same. I'm right-handed, I'm going to work right-handed, but if you're left-handed just reverse them round. Okay, so to tie the simple Figure-of-8 stopper that we're going to start with today, you cross the loose end over the standing part of the rope like that, on top. Then we're going to cross it underneath, like that. And then simply take that end and pass it over the top of everything and down through the hole and pull it tight. So you get your nice Figure-of-8 shape like that. Dead easy, right? Well, let me know how you get on and I'll put another video up in a few days with another knot for you to learn. See you then.